This is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about.
You all ready for this?
This is a sham.
No.
Y'all,
Just stop.
get real.
Welcome to DBL. Hello, folks. Good to see everybody. It's Thursday, almost Friday. Good to see
Friday Junior.
Friday Junior. Thank you, Samantha.
You're welcome, Tori.
All right. Now, it is the sexual abuse case that has sparked the Me Too movement. You all know what it is, the Harvey Weinstein case, and now it's coming undone. As you may have heard, Harvey Weinstein's rape conviction in New York was overturned today. An appeals court found the judge in the case made a mistake, and therefore, Harvey did not receive a fair trial. They say the judge should not have allowed prosecutors to call a number of women to testify who all say Weinstein assaulted them. Now, the issue in their accusations were not part of the charges against him, and that was the problem. What do we think about all this? Sam, you have some follow-up info because people who think, oh, is he just going to be free? Not so fast.
So first and foremost, this is the love it or hate it, but this is the judicial system working because there's a technicality that needs to be corrected. And he will, just want to say this, a lot of people are like, is he going to be free? Is he going to be out on the streets? No, he's going to be transferred likely to a California jail, prison, and he will serve 16 years there. Now, for the New York version, for that part of the case, the Manhattan District Attorney's Office says, we will do everything in our power to retry this case and remain steadfast in our commitment to survivors of sexual assault. Here's what I'm concerned about. Already you have Harvey Weinstein's team coming out and saying this decision, quote unquote, not just a victory for Mr. Weinstein, but for every criminal defendant in the state of New York. So they're painting him as someone that is indeed innocent. That's what bothers me. I do not want people to think that this is an innocent man. No, it's just a technicality because there was 4 additional women that should not have been heard during that case, but he still is guilty of sexual assault and violence and horrific acts. So let's remember that.
But it's got to be, for women, I'd like to hear your opinion. Bill Cosby's out. Harvey Weinstein got dropped from this case. He's still serving his sentence in California. But the 2 kingpins of this whole movement kind of got off on a technicality. So how does that affect women that are scared already to come forward, saying like, what's the point? Because this guy's just going to get off anyway on a technicality. Do you fear for that?
Yep. I mean, I'm here, but let's look at it this way, because I know that it is incredibly disheartening, and that's to put it very lightly.
It's violating.
Right, to have this case be overturned. However, you have to consider that you have, in this case, a very high-profile, high-resourced person.
High-resourced, underscore.
The number one objective in his life and all of his resources is trying to find technicalities, trying to find a way to overturn this verdict. He, at this point, has more resources than the state will, or the federal. There are more resources poured into it. So, of course, if you're combing through any trial with a fine-tuned comb, which most people don't have the money to do, you are going to be able to find something. So I don't want anyone to be deterred by this. He's still going to be in prison, and that's where we stand.
He's also 72. He's not well. He has kidney issues. He's blind. 16 years will get him at, 88? I'm hoping in California he will maybe serve out the rest of his life there. But I got to be honest, from a female perspective, and I'm not someone who is sexually assaulted, and I want to be clear about that as a survivor, but I know many women who have. This is like, and I don't want to be too dramatic, but
opening the wound?
Yeah, it really is. And it is traumatizing all over again. And I appreciate what you said. The satisfaction, the closure, the scab that came when that man was handcuffed has now been ripped away by, may I add, a judge's discretion. It was 4-3. They decided these women shouldn't have been seen by that court. That was up to them to make that decision. I don't know if I wouldn't have said that's a pattern, extenuating circumstances. They chose to. So I'm just letting you know that women out there, this has got to be horrific. Go ahead.
To your point, Tori, a number of the actresses who were very vocal in regard to Harvey Weinstein have come forward.
Yeah.
Ashley Judd, this is unfair, and she was one of the accusers. This is unfair to survivors. We still live in our truth, and we know what happened. Amber Tamblyn, actress and director involved in the Me Too movement, says the ruling is a loss to the entire community of women who put their lives and their careers on the line to speak out. But remember, to Erica's point, don't let this deter you. And I know that Manhattan District Attorney is going to make sure that they retry him in an ironclad case. So let's look forward to that.
Yeah, absolutely. I hear he is, quote, cautiously optimistic.
That's so gross.
We are cautiously optimistic you will be behind bars soon.
Yeah.
Coming up on DBL, a new survey reveals the number of people 50 and over who don't think they can ever retire, ever. Is America failing the older generation? And the fabulous Jennifer Lewis is sharing how she didn't let a life-altering accident stop her from being a contestant on The Masked Singer. It's a great interview. No matter what, Eric and I just kind of sway to this music every time. All right.
It stays in my head way too
Does
long.
it? When you go to bed?
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Good for
Gets me like, I have to, like, we're on.
I know. Get off your phone.
We're fine. Welcome back to DBL. All right, guys, let's talk. Are you doing enough to save money for retirement? Let's have an honest conversation. A new AARP study is out with some shocking news, all right? About a quarter of adults 50 and over say they expect to never, ever retire. That's about one in five have no retirement savings. 61% are worried they will not have enough retirement savings at all. And 70% are concerned about prices rising faster than their income. Now, let me give you some good news, with about a third saying they expect their financial situation to actually get better in the next year. But DBL Nation, this is a conversation we want to have with you. Do you think you have enough money saved for retirement? Go to dblvote.com to weigh in. I want us all to just be open and say it's a really confusing setup 401ks, IRAs. I thought they meant IRA for a while, our camera guy, IRA, totally different. But I want us to be clear, we're not up here as experts being like, we're fine. We're all in this conversation together. Who wants to kick this off?
I'm just concerned about my parents. I'm concerned about the older generation. I'm concerned about us because it's a moving target. How much do you have to save, especially when you're living paycheck to paycheck?
Right.
And even if you are, quote unquote, lucky and you have the resources to save in a 401k or you're in a corporation that allows that, that's often not enough.
Right.
So you're stuck still working with that 401k and you're 80 years old.
Right.
I don't think that's right, and I think we've let down the American people, and I don't know where we go from here.
Jeff, you're nodding. Go ahead.
Well, you brought up another point, the fear of losing your Social Security,
Yep.
right? You've been saving, you rely on that, you rely on the government to take care of you after you're done working, and now it's in one side doesn't want it and the other side, that's
Up in the
insane.
air, up
That's
in the air.
crazy. So of course people are worried about this. I'm worried about this. And what is the number?
Right.
It's different to everybody. I need this amount. And then you get that amount and you're like, you know what? I need more. I'm never going to be able to live like that. So my goal is to have other things in place that I get paid off of, whether it's property and real estate, whether it's a product that I'm selling. I want to set myself up and my kids for the future where when I am done working and I'm on a boat fishing, hopefully somewhere, I still have some income coming in.
But again, that's multiple streams of income.
Right.
Right.
He's
And
side
I
hustling
mean-
and triple hustling.
But isn't that where we're at?
It
like
is.
you can't, no one is really, very few people are in the position to depend on one gig. Like life just doesn't work that way anymore. And my father will never retire. He's 75 years, he'll be 75 years old this year. He owns his own business. It's a funeral home. He just renovated and having a grand opening again this summer. I'm like, I thought we were talking about
Slowing
he's like,
down.
I never said that. And he's just going to work for the rest of his life. My mother was kind of not forced into retirement, but especially in education and higher education, there is kind of a system where they will offer you an incentive to retire. So she did what she needed to do, and then she ended up in a situation where she's like, do I make enough money in order to sustain my standard of living? And she got super creative, and all of a sudden she opened up a bed and breakfast.
What? You never told me this about
Yes,
your mom.
my mother has a bed and breakfast.
Can we
That's
go?
awesome.
Does she
Can
take
we all
the
go?
Can I use the
Yeah.
pontoon at the bed and breakfast?
Yeah, you can use the pontoon. But I'll tell you, I was like, this is crazy. My mother sold out 100 nights last year. Wow. And that's her new side hustle,
Right.
literally on the side of the
Right.
house. So
That's
you have to
incredible.
get creative. And this was something that she was like, I'm going to renovate this space, and this is what I'm going to do. And that's what she's doing.
But people are moving.
I know.
I just feel like we've let down our, you mentioned Social Security. That's your money. You paid into that
Yeah.
for how many decades?
And now I
And
know.
people are, especially if you worked hard labor, what are you supposed to do? Your trade is hard labor. Mark Stad is an electrician, or that was his job, and then now what?
Right.
He can't be climbing ladders and doing all those things. So I just hope, at the very least, that we can continue to advocate for, we're going to be there soon. Let's advocate for our older generation and make sure that they are getting ample amounts of retirement and Social Security, because it's not enough.
For us, it's like sitting at the roulette table. This
I know.
business is a crapshoot.
Right, it is.
One
Hollywood
snake eyes and we're out.
Roulette. It's a roulette table.
It is.
What's your number?
Or pick 23.
Let's-
Is it?
Red 23.
Let's look at the numbers
Jordan?
up. Let's look at the numbers that we have up here. Do you think you have enough money saved for retirement? 67% of you say no. 32% of you say yes. And may I just say, the philosophy of how we treat our elders is different in different cultures. It's not great in America. They can teach us so much wisdom from what they've learned.
Beautifully said, Tori.
Good
Thank you
button.
Thank you. Were
That
you being-
sounded facetious.
Yeah, was that sarcastic?
Kinda.
Got it.
But it was also complimentary.
Oh,
Yeah.
half and half. I'll
Yeah,
take
yeah,
it. Okay. Coming up on DBL, yay! Actress and singer Jennifer Lewis opens up about learning to walk again after a near-death experience, how she did not let it stop her from competing on The Masked Singer.
Matt.
Welcome back. That was a clip from last night's Masked Singer just before Miss Cleopatra's identity was revealed. Under the mask was Hollywood icon Jennifer Lewis. And earlier, we talked with her all about her time on the show after recovering from a near-fatal accident. Take a look.
Please welcome, with a huge honor, Jennifer Lewis to DBL.
Hi, everybody.
Hello, Miss Lewis. We're so excited to speak with you. And I have to know, what really inspired your alter ego, Miss Cleopatra? Are you a cat lady in real life? I just put in an adoption paper for a cat, so I wanted to know.
I am definitely a cat person, but I'm allergic to them.
Oh, no.
I love cat videos. Oh my God, I love when they just slap each other around. It's so cute. Don't you love the cat videos? But no, when Masked Singer called, I was still convalescing from a horrible accident I had in Africa. I couldn't walk yet. My friend said to me, get out of bed, Jenny, and go and do what you love to do. Go sing and entertain the crowds. And I couldn't walk, so Masked Singer, you'll see it. They bolted me to the stage.
Stop.
Yeah,
No
they were
way.
great. Masked Singer, they were great. They bolted me to the stage, and you'll even see in the performance how I'm only using my torso.
No
because my
way.
And the second song, they bolted the microphone down. And you'll see, I never let it go.
Wow.
Queen, let me just tell you, I mean, we were going to ask about your accident, and obviously you've been very transparent about everything that happened. When we got the news, I immediately called my mother. I was like, we have to lift her up in prayer. And my mother actually manifested this interview because she said, my brand is Comeback, and she said, you have to get her on your show to talk about this comeback. So I am, first of all, feeling so honored and blessed to have you with us, but also to have you here today because your comeback story is inspiring so many people.
If I can help one person with my platform, then my life will not be in vain.
Yeah.
Just that one person, you know, because I advocate treatment for mental illness. You know, I was diagnosed with bipolar disorder about 30 years ago, I think. And I'm doing very well in my life because I went into treatment, stayed in therapy. So when people ask me how I recovered from this, I used the tools. I didn't have time to be a victim.
Right.
I couldn't walk for 8 months of my life.
How hard was it to keep your identity hidden during filming?
Girl.
Was it hard?
I have to tell you, they have it set up over there. You know, Masked Singer's a well-oiled machine. They've been there a while. So they know to put us in the helmets, that we're in the mask, we're covered, our bodies are covered with the thing that says, do not talk to me. Because the bottom line, baby, I'm sorry, as soon as I open my mouth, everybody knows it's Jennifer Lewis. I'm sorry. Look, I try. I try.
No, it's hard
but,
to.
It was difficult for me because of my voice. And like I said, I was still on the walker at the time.
Yeah, right.
So I had to ask people for help. I had to talk. And but like I said, they're a great show, and I had a blast. I had a blast.
That's good that you had fun in that time.
That's
And by the way, girl, when they called, I said, let me be Cleopatra. So I knew I couldn't walk yet, so they brought me out on a barge.
Oh, that's smart.
Yes.
That's clever.
They put me on the throne.
That's
and
smart.
you'll see that the boys escorted me everywhere. I was
Smart.
never walking by myself. So they took good care of me.
We have to ask, you just got to see the animatronic version of your character, Mama Odie from Princess and the Frog.
That's crazy.
What was it like seeing her brought to life?
Okay, you want the truth?
Yes.
They invited me over to the warehouse to see my animatronic of Mama Odie from Princess and the Frog before they shipped her character down to Disney World.
Oh my
I was so honored. I felt like I had breathed the breath of life into another human being because those guys are so good. She looks human.
That's crazy.
Wait a minute. I'm driving home.
I love when she goes, yes, you do.
And I say out loud, The reason you didn't die that night when you fell is because there were moments of bliss like this that you hadn't cashed in on.
And we can't wait to see it. Ms.
Yes.
Lewis, thank you so much for joining us. DBL Nation, you got us both crying. You can watch The Masked Singer Wednesdays on Fox. Thank you again. It has been an honor for both of us. Thank you.
Pleasure. Bye, girl.
Bye. We'll be right back.
Thank you so much.
What do you have for us today, Steph? Let's go shopping.
Hey Tori, hi DBL Nation. We are super excited to show you all of the deals today. As ever, they are wonderful, so get ready to shop with us. Check out this. We've got the Rivet Caden adjustable desk lamp with a charge port.
What?
This deal includes one lamp available in black or blue. Normally this is $100.
It looks like it.
However, we've got it for $29.99. That's saving 70%. Check check out this, Tori. We've got London fog watches.
No way.
I know. This deal includes one watch available in 2 styles, which you can see here, and we've got 3 colors each. Normally, these are $70 each.
Kind of normal.
However, we have got them for $15. That's saving 79%.
Oh my gosh.
So up next, we've got the Copper Chef non-stick stainless steel cookware set.
Wow.
This deal includes an 11-inch Copper Chef Titan pan with a lid, a stainless steel steaming and crisping basket,
Whoa.
a 9.5-inch Copper Chef Titan fry pan with a lid, an 8-inch Copper Chef Titan fry pan, a 5.5-inch Santoku knife, 2 stainless steel utensils, and a recipe book.
What?
So normally this is $150.
Still not that bad.
Not bad for everything, but Tori, we have got this set today for $49.99. That's saving 67%. Just a little note to be aware of, you'll get all of these gorgeous pans and all of these utensils, but you will not get this block as part of the deal. And our last product is the Sonic Comfort Heated Shiatsu Massager. This deal includes 1 massager, which is going to relieve your neck pain within minutes with a soothing and heated massage. Normally this is $115.
That's not heaven.
We've got it for $29.99, which is saving 74%.
Very good prices. Head on over to morningsave.com to snag these amazing deals at the lowest prices, or scan that QR code. It's right on screen, and it will take you directly to these products on Morning Save's website. Thank you so much, Steph.
So just so you guys know, if you want to pull back the curtain, Jeff and I have been talking. We're becoming lawn people. We're really into our grass.
Oh, you want to talk to my husband because he's part of that club too.
I was outside with coffee looking at my lawn this morning.
I know.
Get home.
Mark's back because I rolled over.